today because Tommy Robinson, fascist, admitted fascist and racist, is trying to restart his career by showing his new film over there. He's come over here from Stoke-on-Trent to say, not letting Tommy Robinson use this difficult time in British history to divide people any further and to use ignorant people for his agenda.
There is a big disconnect now between the British public and the police, isn't there? Through no fault of the public, but mainly through the police, the way they treat people, especially at protests.
Because they've been told to treat people like this.
Why is it just plain white, Sergeant?
It's just the way it is sometimes, my friend.
So you're aware it's upside down then?
I am aware it's upside down, yes.
Is there any reason why it needs to be upside down?
You don't need to worry about that, mate.
I'm not worried, I just wondered, because usually they have numbers on show, don't they?
They do, yes, and I can give you my collar number, but you don't need it anyway because there's no reason for it, is there?
It's time that everybody stood and said what is right. And the freedoms that were God-given to us, we must take back.
So, as you can see, the masses have arrived.
And we will stand with Nicole until we see her get justice.
Right, so it's a case of just making my way, follow the line of officers, and along the way we'll meet one or two. Obviously you're waiting for people to pass you by.
Hiya, you're right.
Yeah. Did you go to McDonald's today by any chance?
I didn't, not today.
Do you ever go to McDonald's?
Not really.
No, it's sensible I think.
Why do you think you see someone like me in McDonald's?
I've seen plenty of police officers in McDonald's.
Oh, not me today though, maybe another day.
It's called eating on the job, because obviously in between shifts you've got to get some food inside you.
Yeah.
I was just wondering what the favourite meal was in McDonald's.
Oh, I don't really go there too much to not to have one really. What's yours?
Well, that's a very diplomatic answer.
Oh.
I like the Big Mac.
Yeah, standard, isn't it? It's a classic really, isn't it?
Classic. Good word. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Nice to meet you.
No worries, and you, take care.
Obviously the police have got a strange language around here, the way they speak. I understand them. Mine's probably a little bit funny to them, because obviously I'm from up north. At Telford it's like the Midlands. So yeah, interesting dialect. So I'm making my way now down to the meeting point. Follow the police, they said. So here we have the Telford police. I may be imported from around Telford area. Wonder what their accent sounds like. You just know I'm coming your way. I've heard all about these cereals. And because you're the leader of the cereal, what cereal are you? Weetabix? Cauliflowers?
Yes, very funny.
What's that?
What cereal are we?
Yeah, what cereal are you?
We don't have a specific name. Yankee Mike 1 Alpha.
Oh, that's interesting. I can't take Mickey out of that, can I? Although there is an M in Mike. Mike. So you said did you say Tigers? Who said Weetabix? Somebody said cornflakes. You see, up north, some of the police cereals call themselves Frosties. You know what I say to them? Go get them, Tiger. I know you want me to go, and I will do. Leave you to it. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Cheers, thank you very much. And you too.
Don't arrest me later, will you?
Well, hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Thank you. So that's the accent for the Telfordians.
No, we're not from Telford.
Oh, where are you from?
From the West Midlands.
West Midlands. So they are Birmingham?
Almost.
Checking. So I'm going to guess that everybody's going to come walking down here the opposite way. So let's go and meet them. So as you can see there, I've finally met up with some, found where a lot of people are. They're in the Beefeater. Surrounded by police, obviously. Make sure the protest, the march, the demonstration all goes peacefully. Which I'm sure it will. There's no reason why it shouldn't. And no doubt there will be plenty of people arriving by train in both directions. And the platform is empty, waiting for the arrivals. Right, I just want to say I'm going to take the long way around. I'm going down the spiral. In a minute you're going to see some police officers. Just met a few people, Blackburn audits. Do you know, there's that many people here. I can't remember all the names. But yeah, there is quite a lot. Same with the people who've turned out so far. As you can see, there's quite a lot. Are you a gambling man?
Sorry?
Are you a gambling man?
No.
You can't admit that on camera though, can you? Would you estimate if you had a good guess, how many did you say?
Down there,
Yeah.
a few hundred.
I'd actually estimate about 500 myself. I know it's hard to estimate and guesstimate, but you'll be surprised. Anyway, I'll leave it to you. Thanks.
Cheers, man.
So that's a guesstimation. Maybe 500 or more. It's hard to say, really, to be honest, when people are crowded together. And I don't think everybody's here yet. Obviously, there's people up here as well. We've got people with cameras all over today. Everybody's documenting this day, just like any other day. Shall we say, these are days that need documenting, because this is our future history in the making. So anybody with a camera, get it on record. The light's in the right place. The light's in the right place.
It's in my eyes.
Oh, it's great for camera.
Hey?
It's great for camera.
I can imagine.
How many people would you guess if you had to make a guess?
Go on, you have a guess first, and I'll guess.
I'd say about 500.
That's what we were saying.
We said 500.
We said 500.
Did you? You liars.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, I believe you actually. Thousands wouldn't.
There might be a few more up there though.
Yeah. Any messages for the people watching this? Obviously, peaceful protesting is the way forward, isn't it? What do you think about that?
We haven't had any messages.
What about your
We're
opinion?
impartial.
You're impartial. Impartial, now that's a great word. Impartiality. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to it. I'll talk about that with someone else, eh?
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
You too.
Cheers.
Well, I got changed on the way here.
There we go.
Yeah, let's make it proper.
You're a great speaker on camera. Can you tell me why you're here today?
Why am I here? Because it's time the British people took back the politics. Our politicians have let us down for 40 years. These poor children have been abused and systemically raped. Now, Gordon Brown, when he was Prime Minister, told the police at Telford, don't bother prosecuting the perpetrators of this child rape. They've made a lifestyle choice. How evil can our politicians be? This goes right to the top. And this is time that we got rid of our establishment and that we rebuilt the British, brought back the heart of the British people and stand up for our children. Let's be strong for the children and the family. We've lost it and they must be brought back and made to feel safe.
Do you think the police could do more about this? What's obviously today?
Yes, they could stop following orders and say, we're going to do what is correct. Then if they didn't follow orders, if they didn't follow the orders, the tyranny wouldn't have continued. It wouldn't have built up so high.
And there is a big disconnect now between the British public and the police, isn't there? Through no fault of the public, but mainly through the police, the way they treat people, especially at protests.
Because they've been told to treat people like this. And have you noticed there's a big demographic? I've known a few police officers that have now left. They said that it's changed. They no longer want to serve with the police force because it's not upholding the law, it's upholding political decisions.
And the last three at the end of the line, we have to get somebody on record from this last bunch. How about Sergeant?
What's up, my friend?
Why is it just plain white, Sergeant?
It's just the way it is sometimes, my friend.
So you're aware it's upside down then?
I am aware it's upside down, yes.
Is there any reason why it needs to be upside down?
You don't need to worry about that, mate.
I'm not worried, I just wondered, because usually they have numbers on show, don't they?
They do, yes, and I can give you my collar number, but you don't need it anyway because there's no reason for it, is there?
Well, just for reference, obviously you've got no collar numbers on show. Could I just have your collar number for quick reference?
You can, 8011.
Thank you, 8011.
Absolute pleasure, my friend.
So even though our numbers aren't on show, they will give you the number if you ask them nicely, as they say.
It's time that everybody stood and said what is right. And the freedoms that were God-given to us, we must take back. And the love and care for the children, we must take back.
Obviously, while we're waiting, you're observing the crowd. How's it been so far?
Not involved in the crowd, mate. We're from Birmingham. We've travelled up to Birmingham today.
Yeah, but you're observing what's going on, aren't you?
I'm not really, no.
No? What's your
No.
purpose here today then?
We're football spotters from Birmingham.
Football spotters? Wow. Have you spotted any football fans?
In Birmingham we have, yeah.
But not up here?
No.
But everybody likes football. What's wrong with having police spotters up here for football spotters? What's your purpose for that?
Thank you, sorry.
Sorry?
Can you rephrase the question, sorry?
Yeah, obviously you're here as football spotters.
Yep.
What purpose does that entail?
Ask the gaffer, I don't know.
So,
we're just told to get in.
when you see a football fan, what do you do?
What, in Birmingham?
Here?
There's no football spotters here. There's no football fans here.
Right,
Not aware of.
But you're football fan spotters.
We've just done a trying with other football fans that are travelling today in the Championship, League 1 and League 2. And then we've just got off here.
I think I'm a bit green on. I don't understand what's going on here, do I?
We're from Birmingham, we're football spotters.
You're from Birmingham.
Birmingham.
All right then, you have a good day.
And yourself.
Can I just ask you, do you ever go to McDonald's? Because a lot of police officers do, and some have favourite meals. What is your favourite meal at McDonald's?
Do I look like a man that eats that?
Not necessarily, I think that's just your high vis.
I do.
What's your favourite meal?
A cheeseburger all the way, isn't it?
I tend to be a chicken nugget man with a chicken nugget chases on the back of a double cheeseburger.
Oh wow, yeah.
If I do, but not very often, unfortunately.
All right, I'll leave you to it.
Any
I'm
sort
waiting
of
for a
man.
police officer to say the right thing, and then I'm going to have something
what's
for
the
them.
right thing? What's the right meal?
I'm not going to tell you.
When the next general election comes round, I would advise everybody, every council or every state, everywhere to have one independent and flood Parliament with independence so that the independent candidates hold the power. Don't mind whether there's a Labour Parliament in or a Conservative Parliament or a Lib Dem Parliament. If the independents held the power, then we would get democracy back and the good of the people would stand strong. Because all the time they have to toe the party whip, the elite hold the power. The only way out is to get independent people in Parliament. Once that's happened, we will get democracy back and we will get what's right back, not what's lying in the politicians' pockets.
There's a couple of people in Manchester that look exactly like you. Are they your twins?
Half bib do travel.
Because you were in Manchester on Saturday, weren't you?
That's where we work.
What are you doing in Telford?
What do you think? You have a guess, go on.
You come to support a peaceful protest.
That's what we're doing.
Give you 3 guesses.
Facilitation.
Right,
of
okay.
peaceful protest.
Yeah. I've seen
And
some.
I'm sure it will.
I have seen some football spotters here today, over there to your left. I asked them why. Yeah, the police officers, football spotters.
Football game on
I asked them what they were doing here. Do you know what they said?
Working.
Working. So I said, why are you here as a football spotter?
There's been football on today.
Football game on.
But why are they in with this?
Because they were
Coming
coming
on the
through.
train.
Coming through on
You
the
see,
train.
you've answered the question, but he couldn't.
All right.
But thank you for that.
That's,
Anytime.
hey, you know what we're here for, don't you?
Well, I'm led to believe that. Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
All right, nice
Anyway, how come you haven't been sergeant and he hasn't?
Well,
I don't want to, Robert.
More headache.
No, but normally they say,
You actually look different in Telford. I think it's the light.
yeah.
Oh, you've had a shave.
Not
I've had a
sunny, is
I have
it?
had a shave.
And he's smiling.
I've had my haircut as well.
Yep.
Haircut and shave. It was
And he's
long
dyed
last
in grey
night.
as well
Yeah.
to make him look older. All right, I'll leave you to
See you
it.
next week.
Maybe, if I'm not arrested. Before I go up to the beef eater, I've spotted a cereal. I have spotted a cereal. I've just learnt today that you're all cereals. Which one are you? Weetabix, Cornflakes, Frosties? He's smirking. Maybe you could tell me. Are you a Frosties guy? Which cereal are you? I'll take that as no comment. Which cereal are you? No comment. Which cereal? Anybody? No? No comment? Which cereal are you? Yankee Mike? Nearly. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. I think you're a Frosties kind of guys. Go get them, Tiger, as they say. So they don't have a sense of humour around here. Obviously they've got a job to do. It's not their fault. But it is what it is. I can assure you there were no police officers hurt. They're all having a little chuckle to themselves now. Whereas up here, you can hear people shouting and singing. Let's have a look, shall we? Well, I can't reach over that bush. Maybe you can see what's going on. I'm just guessing here. So it looks like I got to the Beefeater and they're just about to leave. So they've been congregating somewhere to start the march soon. There's not enough time to go and get some interviews at the pub with the people who's left behind, so I'm going to get some images of the crowd ready to set off on the march. So as you can see, they're going to make their way up to the centre for a screening of Tommy Robinson's film. It's a documentary, and I'll bring you more information about that when I get nearer. In the meantime, people are making their way down to the starting point, where they're going to now start walking. Right, so this is the view from behind the cereal, as they say. Frosted, don't they? And that's the view from the cereal. Well, what I'm going to try and do at this point is try and get to the front of the march.
Tommy Robinson! Oh, Tommy, Tommy! Tommy, 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 Tommy Robinson! Tommy, Tommy! Tommy, 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 Tommy Robinson! Go on, lad! Go on, Tommy! Sorry, Bob. Tommy Robinson!
So everybody's making their way peacefully to the town centre, the rally point. And here we have Chris.
Oh, BANAMAN!
You alright?
I'm good, mate. You?
Great lighting today, isn't it?
Oh, mate, I can't. I'm over. I'm blowing the bloody white balance out on the sky.
It's alright,
I can't
get lost.
Can't stabilise it. Too much sun.
Nice to see the flags flying through the sun,
Right,
though.
Yeah.
is she? Yes,
Right,
you're
catch up with you in a bit.
Alright, mate.
Look after yourself. Yeah. I'm okay.
Oh, somebody behind me.
All right. Are you talking to your cereal? Yeah. I thought you were talking to me.
Catch up with them again. Otherwise, you're just as guilty. Very good.
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets!
So just for an update there, it's hard to get up to the front with Tommy Robinson to get a quick interview. No doubt everybody wants to speak to Tommy today.
Tommy, Robinson!
All right.
I'm moving forward. Big up, Tommy!
Yeah. So it looks like the police are just cordoning the place off to make sure everybody goes up to the meeting point where the film's about to be screened. So, as you can see, the masses have arrived.
This is about identifying those that have done the crimes. And in a very short time, you are going to see who has committed those crimes. And you're also going to see what this police force allowed to happen on their radar in a small town like Telford. Can you imagine what the crime is like in our cities? They're coming. Oh, they're coming. And we did this without any proper social media. Tommy hasn't got Facebook, Tommy hasn't got YouTube, he hasn't got Twitter. But look at who is answered the call.
So as you can see now, this is about the end of the people, this is the end of the march. Quite a big turnout, I don't know what the numbers are. Started out with a few gathering at the train station, built up to about 500, and now this is what you've just seen. So it's off now to the screening of Tommy Robinson's documentary. Freelance journalist.
Yeah, as long as
With
you've
an
got
SIA
anything
badge.
to go with it, that's fine.
All right, yeah. Cheers.
But just don't linger on the stairs.
No,
so I
I
don't
Do you know since our promo, 3 more girls have come forward since our promo. So the point in this, you can hate me if you want to hate me. It's not about me, yeah? This is about justice for victims of sexual exploitation. And darling, as I said to you before, more people will come forward after this. More people will come forward after this. And right now, we're in Telford, and we've got a lot of police officers here. And what you're gonna see today is corruption and allegations of corruption against police officers. Telford Police identified 200 men in their police investigation. They prosecuted 11. They prosecuted 11. Shame on, but at the same time, every one of those men wearing a high-vis vest would kick their fucking doors off if they could. They'd kick their doors off. So, whilst there are allegations of corruption, I want to make sure that everyone understands the police are not our enemy. Yeah? They're not our enemy. They have failed. Every single person, Nicole messaged me thanking me. Every single person that was put in place to protect her as a child failed. From the police, the security services, everyone. What this is about is the start of naming and fucking shaming them. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. I want to say that since I met you, Nicole is a mother of 4 children, yeah? 4 children. I interviewed her and I saw her bravery, her courage, her determination, even this week, sending me messages when cars started getting blown up, family members were targeted. Nothing is going to stop me. That's what she said. She messaged me, nothing is going to stop me. This is about making sure there are no more Nicoles. No more. And I want to thank every single one of you who have come here today. Share it. We're censored left and right. Share this everywhere. The film you're going to watch, to the police over there who refused to meet me for the information, to social services, and to every other person with dirty hands. We've only just started. Give it up for Tommy Robinson, everyone. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I said give it up for Tommy Robinson.
No, we've got clear evidence, a whole paperwork of evidence to send to the police. And Tommy specifically wants to make sure he sits with someone to make sure that information is passed to the right. Because we've got allegations of things going missing. Like he's going to hand it over to any Bob and Harry. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to happen. They are refusing to allow that person to take that information. A serving police officer is refusing to take evidence regarding grooming gangs in this town. That's the truth. That's the goddamn truth. And do you know what? That police station behind this screen has got so much to answer for, and that man is going to make sure he opens up the whole fucking lot of them. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to get open to speeches. I've had the honour of knowing this man for a very long time, since I've started the beginning of this, and I've got to say he's one of the most powerful men that I've had in speeches out 3-4 years I've done this. He needs no introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Inman.
Thank you very much. I want to start by asking us a question. And the question I want to ask is this: why are we here? They tell us that we are filled with hatred. Nothing could be further from the truth. Because I know that every one of you and everyone standing on this platform are standing here today because you are filled with love. Love for our country. Love for your children. Love for the daughters of England and love for this woman, Nicole. Let's hear it for Nicole. I was going to say let's give her a standing ovation, but everybody's standing already. And we will stand with Nicole, and we will stand with Nicole until we see her get justice. Across the road, the police have to be here in numbers, but across the road, there is a vile, disgusting organisation that would class... Yes, they're vile and they're disgusting. They are scum. And they class every single one of you, and me, and Tommy, and Anne-Marie, they call us racist. Are we racist? They call us Islamophobes. Are we Islamophobes? Well, I'm not an Islamophobe because I'm not scared of Islam because I've been calling it out for the past 10 years. And none of you are either.
Do you want to say something? Independent media, do you want to say something about today?
You've got a union of journalists.
I'm an independent journalist, so I'm not a member of the NUJ, I'm independent.
Doesn't matter, you need one.
If you don't want to speak, that's fine.
I should tell you, an independent inquiry into this.
What should we do? What should we do about this situation? I've got some suggestions. There are many veterans in this crowd today. Veterans were involved in the surveillance of these monstrous rapists. Those veterans put their lives and their liberty at stake to track these men down, to photograph them and profile them and build them a picture of them. We had former intelligence officers working on this. We had covert soldiers working on this. And I put a call out to all the veterans, get off your backside and start joining us in doing these people a favour and get them off the street. We must politicise our movement, and we need a political party that will support everything that I believe and everything that you believe. And as I close, I say that political party is For Britain with Anne-Marie Waters. Thank you all very much.
And Richard speaks nothing but truth when it comes to our next speaker. Everything we're talking about, everything we want to happen in our country, this woman is trying to do. Ladies and gentlemen, Anne-Marie Waters.
Good afternoon. How are you all? Wow, thank you. Thank you, Richard, for that. Look, like Tommy, I have been at the heart of this issue for a very long time. And like Tommy, I have sat down with girls who have been tortured and raped and brutalised, thousands of them, hundreds of thousands of them, all over this country. Do you know why that happened? Because we are governed by filth. We are governed by people with the morals of rattlesnakes. We have to stop this. We have to stop this. We are led by people who actively cover up rape gangs. And like Tommy, when you sit down and talk to these girls, you know, you can feel it. You can feel the darkness, the damage that has been done. Now, I know you don't trust politicians, and I don't blame you. I don't trust them either. But the fact remains, that it is the elected politicians in this country who are allowing this to happen. Every local council, all the way to the corrupt, traitorous, anti-British filth in Westminster, all the way to them, it goes all the way to them. They are allowing this. And this is about a religion. It is about the religious teachings. And it's not an Asian problem. This is not about Asians. This is about Muslim grooming gangs raping girls, our girls, who they think are trash. I have never taken the coward's way out and pretended it's something it's not. I am asking you to get behind me. Look for this flag. but you must get behind me. You must back me. Join this party today.
Hello, hello. Apparently, those people over there say on the blackface of white supremacy, but what they don't understand is on the blackface of patriotism, like each and every one of you here. And do you know what? Anne-Marie Waters and For Britain, I support them, and I expect each and every one of you to do too. But, the mainstream media are over here and they're watching this now, so I will show you, get your phones out, I will show you one picture they won't do. Can you all come over here, Danny Tomo, Anne-Marie and Tommy? This here represents black and white unite. This here represents the future of Britain, and this here is how we're gonna change. So come on, let's forget the Muslim rape gangs and say, yo, we will stand up. They won't stand up for the people, so we will. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Roscoe! Okay, we're very close to starting the documentary. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the moment, Tommy Robinson.
The purpose, for me, the purpose in these films is so these men have to look over their shoulders, yeah? For the rest of their fucking lives. I've spent 12 months, 18 months, talking to families, talking to girls who are broken, who are destroyed, yeah? Suicidal, emotionally fucking destroyed. Why these men drive around this town in their Porsches, selling their fucking drugs, yeah? With free reign. They don't even have to look over their shoulders. What has happened to us? What's happened to our men? How can the daughter of one of us be raped, prostituted and pimped? Why they profit and they still live in Telford. They still live in Telford. They don't just live in Telford. They have corruption to the highest level. If the police are not going to prosecute them, we are going to fucking embarrass them. Just so everyone knows, yeah?
Yeah, I'm in the middle behind the police.
We've had 200 names of men who have raped children. But we're not going to name the 200. Any man you see named by me has been named by 3 different girls who don't know each other.
In the middle, behind the police van.
So, I can't understand how the police, you're going to watch on this film, the purpose of this film, there's an independent inquiry in Telford. That independent inquiry is not about getting justice. It's not about criminal prosecutions. It's about raising awareness. We don't want to raise awareness. We want the men fucking prosecuted. They have raped. They have raped. And to the police, you're going to see on this film, I have a catalogue of evidence against these men. Every girl I've met, I ask them at the end, would you be a willing participant in court? Yes. Every single one of them want justice. Nicole said today this is about closure. There's going to be no closure until these men are in prison. I am going to name and shame every fucking one of you. And there's no amount of firebombing that's going to stop us. So Telford Police, what you're going to see on this documentary, in this film, is a total failure. Still right now, a total failure. From not protecting victims. Do you know what they've done? When the victims go to the police, I mean, we've got secret recordings. You're going to see series 1, yeah? We've got multiple series already, right? What you're going to hear is going to devastate you. Because you're going to hear victims of sexual exploitation, victims of rape, begging the police for help, begging them for safety. Do you know what the police did? Do you know what they done? They purposely, we've got recordings, they purposely left them in harm's way. Do you know why? Because when their houses get attacked, and when they're targeted, what do?
They withdraw their statements. They withdraw their statements. So then the police get exactly what they wanted. No prosecutions and no cases. And I said, when we originally started this, I started it making a 1 hour documentary on Telford. And then I realised I was sitting and speaking to the victims, the survivors, that it doesn't do them justice. So I want each girl to tell their story, to make sure that every single person hears their story. Telford has a 1.7% Muslim population. That means there's 3,500 Muslims in Telford. 3,500. There's 1,000 victims in Telford. 1,000 victims. If you take the 3,500 Muslims and you get rid of the women, you have 1,750. If you then get rid of the under 16s and the over 70s, you've got 1,000 Muslims. The police inquiry identified 200. The independent inquiry has identified 350. That means between 20 to 35% of the Muslim men in this town are raping our kids. The only towns we have numbers on are Telford and Rotherham. Rotherham has a 3.7% Muslim population. What do you think it's like in towns like Luton or Birmingham and Leicester? All these towns, you know what's happening, all these towns. But more than anything, the best thing which I take satisfaction from this is if you're a Muslim and you've been raping kids, I'm probably going to turn up with a camera at some point. And I didn't expect to be here. I didn't expect to make it here. I expected to be arrested. I've been away for the last 4 weeks to make sure we could get in. Richard picked me up from Dublin, took me through the boat. Press play.
Justice for the victims! No to the Nazis! The aim and purpose of the is to raise public awareness into child exploitation and the inquiry wants to hear from survivors.
You want to say something to the camera why you're here today?
We're here today because Tommy Robinson, fascist, admitted fascist and racist, is trying to restart his career by sharing his new film over there. He's come over here from Stoke-on-Trent to say, not letting Tommy Robinson use this difficult time in British history to divide everybody further and to use ignorant people for his agenda, which is fascism.
Justice for the victims! 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 Justice for the victims!
Well, not the victims, you do abuse each other, that's the point. So when you see what they've got to say, and I think the British public will want to know who these men are,